Hello there, Pisces. How's it going? It is time for your reading. My name is Kelly, and I'll be doing the read here. Let's get into it and see what's going on. I hope you guys are enjoying your day or whenever it is that you're watching me. And let's get right into it. All right, so what's going on with Pisces? Ansuz in reverse. Uh-oh. Ansuz in reverse is something untrue. It could indicate a liar. It could be something that's not true. It could be something you're keeping to yourself. It's really hard to say exactly what this is yet. Got to get more runes. But yeah, Ansuz is a rune that talks about communication. And when it's in reverse, you know, it's talking about, you know, miscommunication, misunderstandings. It could be something false even, or a lie. This could also have to do with something at work as well, because Ansuz often talks about your work. But we got to see more. So, another rune here. Isa. Now, when Isa is ice, it's you know, ice is pretty solid, right? And in this context, I can't really see this yet, but I feel that something is stopped, and it has something to do with communication. Paralysis in reverse. Darn. Oh, man. So, you know, this could indicate some sort of miscommunication or some sort of an argument even, maybe. It could be like avoiding an argument. Maybe you could be avoiding something. If you're not avoiding something, somebody else is avoiding something. Yeah. This is some sort of communication breakdown for sure. Something is being blocked or muddled for sure. You know, with Isa right here, it's definitely saying to don't force any breakthroughs because it'll backfire, okay? It will backfire. Don't force anything. Just kind of like let things sit and just move. You know, with this right here, this is kind of like with thoracicis right here, this is kind of saying too that, you know, even though you could be like, you know, maybe avoiding something, it's not a good idea to avoid it too long, okay? Because this can work against you if you avoid some sort of communication. And this could be either for you or someone else, but you know, I can see that you're kind of frozen here. Yeah, don't force anything. You know, you could like take some sort of a gentle approach, you know, like approach it with kid gloves and say, can we talk? You know, or could I get a few minutes with you? Or something like that. It could be something like that for some of us. Yeah. But, you know, I think that something has to be brought up because, you know, the warning with this is if you don't speak up, then it could just turn into resentment. What's going on with Pisces? Yeah, in other words, like, don't just lurch out. You know what I mean? Use kid gloves with this situation, because there's some sort of a miscommunication here. There goes my light. There we go. Get it back on. All right, let's get another one. Ewas in reverse. Dang. You know, Pisces, with this Ewas here, in reverse, this is talking about some sort of mistrust, or something that is not aligned with movement. Yeah. So, you know, miscommunications can derail everything. Make sure that you're very, very clear. Okay, this is really kind of important. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So, like I said, if you don't say anything, it's going to backfire. And this is for sure this is for sure backing that up. Make sure that you're very, very clear. You might have to pause, pause until some dust settles or whatever, but make sure that you're very clear. And you don't have to be really loud or pushy, or just, can we talk, use kid gloves like that. You know what I mean? Now, this is for some of you, this could also, this could be for some of you clinging on to some sort of a connection, that no longer is moving forward. So, it's time to release it, okay? For some of us, whatever this is. Interesting, eh? Let's get another one. Gable. So Gable, the meaning of Gable is blessings and gifts. However, it is also talking about a connection, and it's this connection with this person, or whoever this, there's some sort of a person here. And this miscommunication is, the problem. This is like disrupting something that is supposed to be solid, this miscommunication. So, I feel that you really need to be clear with this person, okay, whoever this is, all right? Yeah. But don't try to force nothing. In other words, just use kid gloves if you have to speak up. But it's very important that you do. What else? Menez. Menez is very positive in the upright. It's some sort of assistance. I don't know. It looks pretty good so far. What else? Digas. Here we go again, Pisces. This person, whoever this person is, this has been coming up in the past couple of readings. This is Pisces energy. You could be dealing with somebody that has Pisces in their chart, but it doesn't have to be. It can be any sign, Pisces. Yeah. But, you know, Digaz, and the main reason I say it can be any sign is because there's only one Digaz. Digaz is transformation and light. And so this is, this person is going through a major transformation, okay? Something's going on within this person. And it's a very, very positive change. This person is going through some sort of spiritual aha moment, like they're kind of like they're leveling up spiritually, and they're going through some sort of a major transformation, whoever this person is. Righto in reverse. Very, very spiritual. Righto in reverse is some sort of delay as far as moving forward. Maybe this person has some sort of problem moving forward still. Yeah, there could be circumstances that have delayed their journey. They could be planning some sort of a journey, Pisces, but something may be delayed. But Righto in reverse is talking about deep spirituality. They're definitely spiritually moving up, just like I said here. So this person is changing for the much better, whoever this is that you're dealing with. What's going on with Pisces? Tiwaz. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So Tiwaz in reverse is saying to slow down. I mean, this is serious here, Pisces. Don't try to push nothing. Okay, don't try to push nothing. You have this right here. Yeah, don't push anything here, Pisces. You know, like I said, you could be dealing with two different people here too. Because, you know, this over here kind of looks like maybe some sort of a block or disagreement or maybe an argument even. And so with Iwaz here next to it, you know, I'm feeling that, you know, like I said earlier, you need to like set some boundaries with this person. All right, I feel that you need to to set boundaries with this person. You know, just hey, can we talk for a minute? You know, set some boundaries. And it could be the same person over here, but this person over here seems like a very thoughtful person, and I feel that this person, you know, I don't see anything bad about this person here with Menez here right next to Digaz. I mean, you know, this person's waking up to some sort of a new understanding about themselves. Yeah. So, you know, this person's on the verge of some sort of a major growth. So don't, you know, don't push anything, whoever this person is. This is kind of interesting. I want to pull some tarot cards out too. So what's going on with Pisces? You got the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, you could be feeling left out, or left out in the, out in the cold. There's some sort of miscommunication here. All right. And so it's got Nathis on there too. Nathis reminds me of the Five of Pentacles. There's the Five of Pentacles. Feeling left out in the cold, Here you are kind of frozen here. This is ice, Isa. Why is the Five of Pentacles there? The Eight of Swords. Yeah, look at this. This is your block right here, Pisces. You see this right here? Usually this is like the coast is clear type of rune, but where it sits right now, this is a block. And this is like, you're feeling stuck. Some of you are feeling stuck. Yeah. Not kind of knowing which way to, where to go. Let's get one more. Got the Ace of Pentacles. Well, now this changes everything here, Pisces. This kind of makes it a lot nicer. This is like, this is like some sort of opportunity that's going to come your way. This is an opportunity that is coming to you, Pisces, and it's going to break this. Remember, swords are in your head, okay? You're feeling stuck, but, you're feeling left out, and you're feeling stuck. But this is your way out right here. This is an opportunity that is going to break you free from this belief that you have within yourself. This is the antidote. Look, it's got Fehu right here, which is talking about money. It most certainly is, and new beginnings. You see Barkana down there, new beginnings. So this could also involve family. Doesn't have to, could. But some sort of an opportunity is going to come your way, and it's going to get you out of this. It's going to get this is going to go away. It's going to get you out of that. I really like this. And also too, I noticed here Gabo. This kind of like hit me. Gabo is also talking about equal give and take. It is. Let's get some moon cards here too. Some Moonology. What's going on with Pisces? A new romantic cycle begins. Wow, maybe this is a new romantic cycle, Pisces. Maybe this is part of this opportunity that involves money too, for some of us. I'm kind of curious. Look at this. Balance spirituality and practicality. Full moon in Pisces. This is very spiritual, Pisces. Righto is very, very spiritual. This is spiritual for us, and this is spiritual for whoever this other person is as well. But yeah. So, I feel that some sort of a new opportunity is coming, Pisces. When I looked at the death card there, it just tells me that something may need to come to an end, and something new is about ready to begin. And, you know, it's going to begin here with the Ace of Pentacles, which is really good. All right. I think the main thing here, you guys, is to use your intuition. Use your intuition. There's something here, you know, you may not trust. All right. I can see you don't trust something. I definitely don't. I definitely can see that you don't trust something. Yeah. So, you know, it's kind of funny. I'm just looking through the tarot deck as I'm talking, you know, and I came across the Seven of Swords. And then the next card I came across was the Eight of Cups. And, you know, to me, that's telling me that, you know, like for some of us, you could be holding on to something or someone or something that that just doesn't serve you anymore. So, you know, it's a good time to let that go and walk away, you know, for sure. Let's see what else. What else do I want to pull out? Pull some shadow cards. Self-sabotage. Undermining your success by procrastinating or negative self-talk or fear of failure. So do not do that, Pisces. Don't do that. Self-reflection. Self-reflection. Looking inward helps you see what to improve to make better choices. Make sure that you're looking inward, Pisces. Lack of awareness. We've been getting this a lot here, Pisces. Missing opportunities, not seeing potential risks. Seek facts and stay open-minded. So seek facts, Pisces. Seek facts. If you need to ask any questions, you know, if you need to ask any questions at all, just use kid gloves, okay? If you're speaking with somebody over here that needs to have boundaries set, you know. This could involve something at work for some of you. Yeah. So this could definitely be two different people that I'm looking at over here. Because somebody over here is definitely transforming for the better. What else? You know, I didn't pull these out. These are called the Ogham runes. They're from Ireland and Scotland. They go back prior to the Roman Empire, so they're pretty old. Louis. Farron. Well, we got two in the same alphabet, right? This has like 3 or 4 different alphabets. I can't remember. Maybe it's 5. 5 different alphabets. Yeah. And I don't think they call them alphabets either, so. But I know that all these lines point the same way. What else? Hyphen. Okay, I like hyphen. Hyphen's one of my favorite ones. Okay, so let's go to Louis. All right, where's Louis at? There it is. This is the Rowan tree, Pisces. All right, it's a Rowan tree. And the meaning of it is defense and herbalism and control of one's actions. So make sure that you're controlling your actions, of course. Don't force nothing. You know, Isa's telling you definitely don't force nothing. You don't want to force nothing because you're going to force yourself onto a thorn. That's a thorn. You don't want to force yourself onto a thorn. Yeah. This is also talking about protecting your animals and a sign to your physical or mental health. So make sure you're taking good care of your health, Pisces, okay? And this can also talk about some sort of sudden burst of creativity, okay? So something might, spark your creativity, and yeah. So I like that. Now Farron, this is the alder tree. And the meaning of it is spiritual guidance and creativity and choices. And also emotional safety and protecting yourself from harm. And that's where thoracicis is, right here. You're protecting yourself from harm. That's why you have to use kid gloves with this situation. I mean, you don't want to jump out in the middle of a fight and then try to set boundaries like that. You know what I mean? You want to just, yeah. It says also here, you may want to seek some advice from somebody that you trust. But make sure that the most important thing here is make sure that you're listening to your intuition. Yeah. And gather information for solutions. All right? I think everything's going to work out just fine. Look at this. There's Iphon. Iphon's a really happy good one. And it's also talking about, it's the gooseberry, actually. It's the gooseberry or the pine tree. Here he is right there. He's picking gooseberries. But yeah, and it's enjoying, this card's talking about enjoying daily life and vision, having that vision, It's also talking about using your intuition. When I see the word divination there, when I see the word here, divination right here in the book, it's talking about using your intuition, all right? But the main thing about this particular rune is talking about being free, feeling free of, guilt and shame. And this is what makes it really good. It represents our ability to appreciate pleasant aspects of our life and discover our insights. Pine tree is known for its sturdiness and long lifespan, and this symbolizes the importance of enjoying life and finding joy despite difficulties. And I see this is a little bit difficult. Gooseberry represents the ability to enjoy little things and be aware of the natural beauties. And Iphon also represents our inner visions and divination abilities. So this is talking again about using your intuition. This card here helps you improve your insights regarding your future to reach a deeper understanding. This is also mainly talking about overcoming negative feelings of guilt and shame. All right? Overcoming difficulties of guilt and shame. Oops. Oh, I had the death card, but then I started pulling cards out. But yeah. The death card was at the bottom of the deck, and so then I started shuffling and pulled those other cards out. But yeah. Anyway. What else I gotta pull out here? Some of these oracle cards. What's going on with Pisces? The spirit of love. The spirit of love. Don't search for true love, for it will find you. You just need to hold on to who you are. The world already loves your essence, so don't change it for anyone. I like that. What do you want? If you react negatively to the success and joy of others, it's a sign that you want more for yourself. And don't hold back. Expand your comfort zone. What else? Pursue happiness, Pisces. Never apologize for what brings you joy. You only understand where you truly belong and where you can find a safe space. So follow your bliss, all right? So, you know, this could be like some sort of an avoidance here, you know, to maybe either by you or someone else to move forward with something, because you could be feeling stuck. But don't worry, you know, I kind of feel like this is like a slow shift right here. This, you know, Isa eventually melts, and when it does, it's usually a you know, right before something victorious happens. So Isa usually turns into victory. Isa is frozen ice, right? And ice is what? Water. And, you know, when the ice melts, it can flow right through that obstacle right there. It's kind of like a rock that's sticking out of the out of a stream, and the water rushing through the rock. That rock would normally smash something solid, but liquid kind of like shapes its way around and gets around it. And that's what I like about Isa. Well, there you have it, Pisces. I hope you enjoyed that reading. And if you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces, I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye for now.